Friday night for football, and tonight on CCX is homecoming at Champlin Park as the Rebels host the Osseo Orioles. Hello and welcome to Champlin Park High School. John Jacobson along with Joe Basil and Allie Mosley for tonight's telecast. And Joe, as you look at this game, Osseo coming off a huge win last week, their first since October of 2017, defeating Anoka at home, and a nice win for Ryan Stockhouse and his team.
Really was. And believe it or not, we're at the halfway point of the season already, John. We talked to Coach Stockhouse before the game, and he's expecting a kind of a bounce from that game, for sure.
For Champlin Park, started out with 2 wins, but then a loss last week against Centennial. Game they dominated statistically, but of course the scoreboard is what matters at the end, and Centennial coming away with a 1-point win. So I think they're eager to get back on the field and try to get back on the winning track.
In talking to the Champlin Park coaches, and specifically Coach Keenan, 21-20, I believe, against a good Centennial team, always a competitive Centennial team. They went for 2 and just didn't make it.
So as you look at this game tonight here, what are the keys for these teams to come out with a victory in the end?
Well, I think Champlin Park, you know, they've got number 4, who's a converted receiver and a very good receiver. Coach Keenan said if he was playing receiver, now he's playing quarterback. They're a very well-balanced team, though. They throw it not as much as they run it. Coach Stockhouse, similar kind of thing. They probably run it a little bit more than they throw it, but both have good backs. And on the Champlin Park side, actually the quarterback is a pretty good runner himself.
Yeah, Jace Miller can throw and run. We'll see what the Rebels can come up with offensively and what Osseo can do on defense, and if they can put up 27 points as they did last week in that win against Anoka. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll kick it off in just a few moments. It's Osseo Champlin Park football live on CCX next.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
The crowd of students on the home side for homecoming tonight. Champlin Park hosting Osseo. Let's go down to the field now. Allie Mosley with our pregame report.
Hey guys, a second-year head coach, a first-year starting quarterback. They have helped lead this Champlin Park team to a 2-0 start before losing their first game just last week, and that was due in part to Jace Miller throwing 3 interceptions. Now that's to be expected sometimes with a rookie quarterback, especially after last year. He was a standout wide receiver for this team, hauling in a lot of those Bennett Otto touchdown passes, so much so it garnered a lot of interest in the Division I level at the wideout position. But this year, a change had to be made in order for what was best for the team. But Jace was kind of a question mark coming into game 1 of the season throughout 2 days of the summer. He had an injury to his throwing shoulder. He came into the very first game of the season without a single practice under his belt. But at 6'4", 214 pounds, Coach Keenan says that Jace, he's just a nonchalant kid out there, both on and off the field. He's not a big talker. He likes to let his play do the talking for him, guys.
Thank you, Allie. We are underway. Noah Bogle pulls kick, taken out of bounds at the 28 and returned outside to the 38-yard line. That's where Osseo will have possession for the first time tonight. It's a good starting position for the Orioles. Their offense comes and takes the field.
I think what Champlin was doing there, John, they're trying to keep the ball away from Khalid Brooks, number 2. and Jake Hill number 4. So they do the ground ball kick.
There's the numbers on Jake Kruder through all 3 of those touchdown passes last week. 50% on the season, 289 yards passing. They will run the ball a lot tonight, as Joe had mentioned in our pregame. So 1st and 10, just inside the 40. Kruder, though, on a play action, flares it out of the backfield. It's Jake Hill, who's dangerous receiver, and he picks up 10 yards and perhaps 11 in a first down.
Coach,
it is a first down.
Coach Stackhouse said before the game they really like to get the ball into number 4's hands as much as possible, and you can see why, John.
Officially a gain of 10. 1st and 10 right from midfield for Osseo.
Got trips to the top of the screen.
Little bobble on the snap, and losing a yard is Wyatt Doubler. Now they'll bring him in some to play at quarterback, and I think he wanted to toss it out quickly, but it's kind of bobbled it and broke the play down from there, and Champlin Park able to get him for no gain.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, just that 1/2 second or whatever, you take your eye off of it, and that creates the bobble sometime.
There you see the offensive starters for the Orioles on 2nd down and 10. Now from the 50. Fake the handoff. Doubler keeping. Gets a nice little seam up the middle and gets inside the Champlin Park 45 down to the 44-yard line before he's brought down by Noah Link, senior linebacker. It'll be 3rd down and 5 to go for Osseo.
And you know what makes that play go when they bring Brooks in jet formation like that, fake it to him. Champlin Park still has to honor it and opens it up for a nice little 5-6 yard gain.
Pitch, and then the cut up by Brooks, and he won't get to the first down marker. Tackle made by Cole Fredrickson, and had help as well from Obi Ebelecha.
Looks like Osseo is going to go early in the game here, John. They brought Doubler in as well. Okay, they're going trips to the top.
Kruder will be the quarterback. 4th and 2 from the Champlin Park 42 on the first possession of the game. The quick throw, the completion to Hill to first down. Gain of 4 and an Osseo first down. They get it quickly out in space to Jake Hill. And it's another Orioles first down.
Coach Stackhouse gave us a preview of this pregame in his comments. They like to throw the hot screen, the bubble screen to number 4, and you can see the benefits.
Got all the way down to the 36-yard lines. First down again for the Orioles after 2 first downs on this good start in the opening drive of the game. And keeping the ball is the quarterback Kruder after faking the handoff, and picks up 4 down to the 32-yard line. Look at the Champlin Park defense tonight. I think some real playmakers on the defensive side of the ball that we're going to be calling tonight. 2nd down and 6 after that first down run by Kruder. Hill comes in motion, big rush, the screen over the middle, and Rebels were waiting for it, and they make the stop. First contact by Noah Link, and then finished off by Gavin Rosted, the junior defensive lineman, as you look at it again, Joe.
Yeah, we got Noah Link really kind of smelled this one out initially and slowed Brooks down, and then 57 cleaned it up. Coach Keenan talked about Noah Link being a real surprise from last year to this year, and he's the 2nd leading tackler on the team, John.
3rd and 5 to go for the Orioles. 2nd man through and getting close to a first down before being pushed down to Sheldon Robinson. Let's see how far they give him the forward progress. He may have it, Joe. It'll be very close at the very least.
Really close. Looks like they're going to.
One more look at it. Run by Robinson. And they are going to measure, but I think they are a little short.
Yeah, from our vantage point, it looks like. Obviously, if they went 4th and 2 or 4th and 3, they'll go here too. Nice little drive by Osseo to open the game up, and I like the mix of plays from Osseo's offensive coordinator. Doing a nice job, and Osseo's totally in rhythm right now, John, which is offensive football at its best when you're in rhythm like that.
They do mark him just a little bit short, so it is 4th and inches to go for a first down for Osseo. Already converted 1 4th down play. They have it just outside the Champlin Park 26. On count, Kruger looking toward the bench.
Coming under center now, John.
And he'll sneak it ahead. Good penetration, but then further push by Kruger. Had some help from Michael McIntyre, helping push him forward at the end, and gets another first down for Osseo. They're 3rd in this opening drive.
It didn't look good at first, John. No. It didn't look good at first, but then, as you said, he got some nice push at the end there to move the chains.
1st and 10. Osseo at the Champlin Park 25. Peter back in the shotgun now. Hill in motion, big rush, and down he goes. Noah Link with the sack.
Noah Link had 3 sacks coming into the game. John, there's his 4th of the season right there. And as I said, Coach Keenan gave us a little preview of him before the game, and he's having a heck of a season so far. Really kind of their anchor in the middle there on their defense.
Loss of 5 back to the 30. It's 2nd down and 15. And the ball is loose, and it's fumbled and recovered by Champlin Park. Rosted ended up with it. Alec and Yang forced the fumble.
Yeah, I think they were trying maybe a little fake and possible pitch there, but it didn't look good right from the beginning, John. 44 kind of had it all scoped out.
Look at it again as Yang comes in. 44 forces the fumble. And then the recovery by Rosted.
Nice job by the Champlin Park D to get it turned around after Osseo's driving the football.
It's Jace Miller, the quarterback, on the run, and he picks up a first down on the Champlin Park's first play on offense from scrimmage. A gain of 12.
Run all the way. Jace Miller is their 2nd leading rusher, and you can see why. Loves to get out there on the edge and run the football.
Played some quarterback last year, but as Ali mentioned in pregame, was primarily a backup at that spot to Bennett Otto, and caught a lot of his touchdown passes last year. Yeah, 1st and 10, at the 47. Sean Shipman's been solid this season, running the ball, and a good push up the middle here will gain him 5 yards.
Yeah, he's their leading rusher, and you can see why. He got a little assistance from his O-line guys on that one. And offensive coordinators like 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4. They love that.
2 receivers to the right, top of your screen. Now out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 5. Ball in Osseo territory. First offensive series of the game for Champlin Park, and good penetration defensively for Osseo on that 2nd down run. Miles Hawthorne, the senior linebacker, number 18, got in there. Slowed the run down, and a gain of just 2 for Shipman. It's 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they were trying to get their H-back out in front, but the running back was just a little too quick. They brought their H-back or tight end around to lead that, but the back got in front of him and kind of helped out Osseo's defense there a little bit.
Miller fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, and the completion, broken tackle, and then finally hauled down is Brock Johnson, his first catch tonight on the first pass of the night for Champlin Park. And a look at it again.
Yeah, right on the money. A little play action. I always think the slant's one of the tougher routes to throw, but he put it right there. And Brock Johnson's their top receiver, so he got it in the hands of the right guy.
New set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 34. Miller gonna run, cuts it up to the 30-yard line. He gets 4 before he's brought down by Hawthorne.
Similar play to the very first one in this drive. This time he cuts it up and doesn't make quite as much, but he'll take 4 yards or almost 5.
2nd down and 6. We're under 4 minutes to play in a quick moving first quarter. No score. Miller will give to Shipman. Slides his way to the 25, almost to 24. Will be very close to a first down. You look at the Osseo defensive starters tonight. Overall played pretty well as a unit this season. They do mark Shipman short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and less than 1.
I'll tell you what, John, that Shipman was not was only a step or 2 away from actually breaking that one. That was close.
Miller will give it to him again. Has a first down. Gain of a couple, maybe 3 to the 22, but it will be a first down for Champlin Park. So much like Osseo moving the ball with their first possession. From the 22 of Osseo. Miller wanting to throw. Quick throw to his left and incomplete. Trying to get the ball down to Edmund O'Cansey. Missed on the pass. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Just a little behind him, I think, on that one, John, huh? A little bit. Boy, J.C. Miller is a nice sized quarterback, isn't he? I mean, 6'4". And maybe what, 210, 215, John? I'm not sure. Nice size.
So on 2nd and 10, Miller to throw again, looking the same way again for O'Cansey, and overthrows him and incomplete. Kind of lost his balance a little bit. I don't know that he would have come down with that in the back corner of the end zone. Falls incomplete. A good place to throw it, though, because there's no way the defenders are going to pick it off there. Only chance is for 13 to get it, O'Cansey. Right,
exactly. And they must, the coaches from Champlin must be seeing something, because it's the 2nd time they went that way, John, 2 in a row. And they're running out of the pistol right now as well. They got the running back Shipman right behind him.
On 3rd and 10, Miller goes right side this time and incomplete. His intended receiver Dom Witt out of bounds. So 3 incomplete passes in a row. And we'll see what Champlin Park does here. No, Vogelpohl's good kicker. He's got a pretty strong leg, but well, looks like they will bring him out to attempt a field goal attempt here.
About a 38-yarder, 39-yarder, I guess, John.
Yeah. So the market at the 29 out of the hold of Ethan Romo. So 39-yard try for Vogelpohl. Oh, and he gets blocked. Live ball picked up by Osseo. And they stop Champlin Park on their first drive. And Jill Navy ended up with it, but he wasn't the one who blocked it, I don't believe. Let's see if we can pick up a number on who blocked it. But good job by Osseo. They hold after Champlin Park had started to drive down the field.
I think number 5 or 64 goes over. Oh yeah, okay. So from the right side, you got 2 fellows with their hands high, and that's what got them. I think Bundu, huh? I think Bundu may have gotten his arm up on that one, on that block, John.
First down run of 3 yards, bringing up 2nd down and 7.
Here comes Doubler back into the game, John. And they're also in the Osseo's in the pistol. Little play action.
Doubler under fire and throws incomplete. And probably a good thing he threw that ball a little low. It was pretty well defended. Devin Moore was right there.
He was.
If that had been thrown a little higher, Moore would have picked it off, I think.
Yeah. So we got a southpaw in Doubler. Rolling there, because I was wondering, I kind of made the assumption that he was right-handed, and I'm thinking, wow, if he gets this pass off. But being a lefty, he's going the right way for him.
3rd and 7. Osseo from the 40. Lofting the pass and just overthrown. Trying to hit Roman Check. Streaking down the right sideline, but missed him long.
Yep, and Roman had a step or two on his guy too, John. Ball just a little bit overthrown. Right idea.
Yeah. We'll have our first punt of the night here. Alex Tyson is the punter for Osseo. Standing back at his 25.
Got twin safeties back here for Champlin.
High kick. And it's going to be fair caught back at the 35-yard line.
Yeah.
Tommy Oyaro on the fair catch, and that's where Champlin Park will take it. 1st and 10 from their 35 as we are under a minute 40 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, not a super deep kick, but pretty nice hang time there, John.
Yeah, no return allowed, so that's always big. So Osseo will take over their 2nd possession. They moved the ball down the field, then had 3 incompletions and a blocked field goal attempt on their first drive. Middle handoff. Shipman gets stood up and driven back.
Well, was he ever met in the hole there? Look, one thing about Shipman, he gets at full speed in a couple of steps, hits the hole hard.
Connor Wayne with big hit, drives him back.
Really kind of a textbook tackle there by Connor.
2nd down and 9.
You can tell Connor's been in the weight room.
Yeah, it's not an easy guy to pick up and drive back.
No,
right?
It's not.
Miller steps up, has time down the left sideline, and just off the hand of Brock Johnson, incomplete.
Yep. And I was watching the quarterback on that one. I thought actually he might pull it down there at the last minute, but he was looking at Brock Johnson all the way, and there's good reason for that. I almost had him. Just off of his fingertips there. 2-by-2 formation for Champlin on this one, and back in the pistol again, John. 3rd and long.
Miller looking left on 3rd, throws and completes it to Johnson. 1st down into Osseo territory and down to the 47.
I was watching the O-line of Champlin on that one, John, and they really gave J.C. Miller some nice time to throw that football and pick out his receiver. Really got a nice step into that, and then hits Brock Johnson, his favorite receiver.
Gain of 18. 1st and 10 from the Osseo 46. Miller to go back to the air again if he can. Now steps up, does throw to the right, and incomplete. Flag in the offensive backfield on the pass intended for Kemar Graham. Let's check out the flag.
Usually means holding back there, I think, but yeah, we'll see what We'll see what it is.
We're talking to Connor Wayne here. If you want to take 2nd and 10 or presumably 1st and 20 if it is indeed a holding penalty.
I'll tell you what, J.C. Miller, the quarterback, was coming downhill, and he really hummed that ball, John.
They will take the penalty here. Nope. Yeah, it is. Okay. Spot foul, so it ends up being about a 12-yard penalty. And mark it back now to the 42-yard line.
You got Brock Johnson now in the near side down here near boundary.
Shipman's got a hole into the open. It's got a first down before he's brought down from behind inside the Osseo 35.
As I said before, John, that young man really hits the hole quick, and he started to gallop here. He saw the end zone, and they were lucky to corral him.
Gain of 26. Robinson on the tackle.
Same young man that blocked that field goal attempt made that touchdown savings tackle.
Shipman here will get a yard, maybe 2, down to the 30-yard line. His 7th carry already here of the first quarter, and that will be the end of the first quarter of play. Our score after 12 minutes, Osseo nothing, Champlin Park nothing. Back with more football on a Friday night in Brooklyn Park after this timeout. Ryan Stockhouse, 4th-year head coach of Osseo on the right, and picking up a nice win last week against Anoka, and a good start. You know, no score obviously in this one, but their offense has made some good plays, some progress down the field, and their defense coming up with stop when they needed to. A couple times.
Exactly. I actually got to know Coach Stockhouse back in the day when I was coaching at Washburn, and he was at Southwest. He was the defensive coordinator there, John.
Miller will pitch. It is Shipman on the run. As a flag comes down, I think this is going to be holding against Champlin Park, thrown at the feet of one of their receivers who was trying to block downfield.
That's the second one in about, what, 4 or 5 plays?
Yeah.
That can be a drive stopper. Yeah, as an O-lineman, you got to keep those hands inside. I'm sure the O-line coach for Champlin Park preaches that all week long. Except maybe, I'm not sure if it was a wide out or an O-line guy that got called on that one. I did see number 11 stock block in there, but I'm not sure if he had Osseo jersey or not. There's trips to the top with Brock Johnson in the slot over here, John.
2nd and 14. Miller will flip it out to Shipman, 30-yard line. Shipman to the 25-20. He's in the clear down the sideline, goes out of bounds inside the 10, perhaps inside the 5.
Beautiful execution of the screen game right there, John. And I'm always reminded when I see this, the O-line guys from Champlin Park, you got the dancing bears out here in front of him, and he almost squirted through for 6. Screen game takes a lot of reps and a lot of time in practice, and that was beautiful execution by Champlin.
1st and goal for Champlin Park. They're at the 10-yard line of Osseo. Fake the handoff. Miller keep it himself and get forward 4 yards to the 6-yard line.
Nice job by the H-back again, coming across and throwing a nice block for his quarterback on that one, John, to open that thing up a little bit.
Miller 3 rushes for 20 yards so far.
They use Cole Fredrickson a lot in the blocking game, and it's he's doing a good job.
And out to Shipman. He'll get a couple of yards up the middle to about the 3-yard line. Stephen Arell among those on the stop for Osseo. Last off the pile, number 5. Third and goal from just inside the 4 of Osseo. They fake the handoff. Miller will flip it to the back of the end zone a little bit too high, trying to hit Fredrickson on the pass and missed him. And it's 4th down.
Yeah, I like the call a lot because Fredrickson has been blocking, and then they kind of sneak him out in that little hitch pattern and kind of drag him there, and quarterback just missed him.
Vogelpohl in to attempt his second field goal. This one much shorter. It'll be a 21-yard attempt. Left-footed kick. He is up and it is through, and we have our first points of the game. Just over 10 minutes to play in the second quarter.
You know, I think the Osseo defense would take that, though, John. They would. They'd take that all day long, and then nice stop against a really explosive Champlin Park offense.
So 3-0 in favor of the Rebels. Let's go down to the field now. Allie Mosley.
Guys, something that's been a little bit interesting is the lack of cramping I feel like some of us expected to see here tonight. It is currently 80 degrees out here, and the humidity is thick. It is sticky. Last week, it was in the low 50s at this time, game time. So Coach Stockhouse was talking about it before the game, saying, you know, it's kind of been a weird week for us, adjusting from that cool weather to the warm. We've been cramping up throughout practice a lot this week. He said we are fully stocked with all the pickle juice, a lot of Pedialyte, and he said we've been pounding the water, and I haven't seen a single cramp happen so far this game.
Thanks, Ellie. Yeah, it's interesting what the contrast and what a difference a week makes, Joe, and it is a little bit of an adjustment for the players when they went back to practice.
It is
a much warmer week this week.
It is kind of a back and forth situation this time.
Brooks still on his feet here on the kick return, and finally brought down by about 5 Navy shirts at the 25.
Yeah, this time they kick it deep to Brooks, go away from the ground ball kick, and Brooks makes a little something. Pretty decent field position.
Look at it again, fielding it back inside his 10, makes a man miss there. Another one there. Another one, and then finally ran out of real estate.
Right.
So the Orioles offense takes over, 1st and 10 from their 24, trailing 3-0 here early in the second quarter. John Jacobson, Joe Basil, Allie Mosley tonight. And Champlin Park ready for that first down run. And not much doing up the middle. It'll maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage was Brooks.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of breathing room for him on that one.
Brooks 218 yards rushing on the season coming into play tonight, and 1 touchdown.
And also their leading receiver too, yeah, John, as well.
Yeah, has a touchdown receiving as well.
Champlin comes out in an even front or a 4-man front.
Hill's the man in motion. He gets the ball, picks his spot, and is knocked down after a gain of about 4.
Yeah, running Hill on the jet sweep. Almost looked like if he maybe stays outside, he might do a little better. He kind of cut it back and sets up what, about a 3rd and 6, maybe 3rd and 7, John.
Yep.
Hill's a dangerous individual. I like the way they keep setting him up. Sometimes they give it to him, sometimes play action on that jet sweep. Champlin Park has to honor that.
They're on third down, pulls the ball out, throwing, gets the completion to Hill, but he's going to be stopped short of the first down. Devin Moore defending and made sure that Hill didn't get to the first down sticks. He's a full 2 yards short, and presumably Osseo will punt.
And Noah Link really made that play, John. He came blitzing off the edge, came from the backside, the quarterback rolling away from him, and Link still has the speed to get him by the ankles and force a kind of a quick throw, and they don't get to move the chains. They don't get the first down. Nice play by Noah Link.
So Tyson in for his second punt of the night. 2 men back deep for Champlin Park. No rush. Good high kick again, and this one will be fielded. And a very short return, maybe a yard or 2 for Tommy O'Yara. Line of scrimmage will be of 36 for the Rebels, trying to build off the field goal that capped their last drive.
One thing I like about that play, though, John, is O'Yara at least fielded the ball. If he lets it bounce, it's probably another 10, 15 yards. Of course, he could have fair caught it there, but I like return guys that actually return punts.
Right. It's a dangerous job.
It really is.
Rebels getting all their personnel in place, ready to start this drive from their 36.
You got Brock Johnson at the top of the screen there in the slot again.
Give it to Shipman. And he'll gain 4, close to 5 yards.
Shipman has that knack that all good backs have, John. He's even when he stopped maybe for a 2-yard gain or short gain, he's always going forward, always going north-south. You love that in the back.
9 carries, 50 yards so far for Shipman. Miller will throw, gets the completion. It's Witt for his first catch tonight into Osseo territory and a first down.
Yeah, just a quick out to Witt, and nice touch. Probably Jace Miller's one of his better passes tonight. Really showed some nice touch on that one, John.
Gain of 13 and the first down. From the Osseo 47, he'll throw again. And it's Witt again. Gains about 6 yards to the 41.
Yep, going to the old adage, if they don't make the adjustment, we just come back, we run the same play. Osseo makes the adjustment, then they'll go somewhere else.
2nd and 4, they get right back up to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers, top of your screen.
Now you see the Osseo cornerback playing press, really tight man on him, so they won't go that way this time.
They go to Shipman. He's got a first down inside the 35. Gains 7 to the 34 of Osseo.
They're using the trips formation too to empty the box and really apply their run game, John. Again, Osseo has to honor the three receiver side. You got a 5-man box. Probably should run it again.
And they do. Shipman breaks a tackle at the 35. Is inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. Tackle by Josiah Tussler.
And we'll see if Osseo makes that adjustment and tries to get that 6th man in the box. Sometime you want to have even a 7th man in the box.
And Osseo will take a timeout here. Gain of 18 by Shipman. 8th first down of this opening half for Champlin Park, and they're in good position, Joe, to perhaps score for a second straight drive here.
Yeah, they really are. They got good momentum and that rhythm that we talk about with offensive football, and I just love the chess game, that goes back and forth. Now Osseo probably a really good timeout here to get their defense settled down a little bit and can almost be assured that they're going to come out in a little different defensive structure this time. But again, when they do that, maybe that means man on man, man to man or man on man on the 3 receiver side, and that puts pressure on the D-backs too. So.
They're a tough team to defend, aren't they? They can run the ball well. Got a back, Shipman, who's outstanding. Decent line play, more than decent. Good line play, and a quarterback that can spread the ball around.
Right, and a quarterback that can run as well.
Right. 1st and 10 from the 16. It'll be Miller keeping. Osseo gets some penetration up the middle and limits him to just a 1-yard gain.
And Osseo did a nice job of obviously defending Miller on that one. We'll take a look here and see if Osseo's doing anything different on D this time. Well, they still got their 5-man box. So.
2nd down and 9. He gives to Shipman inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line.
He's a hard runner, really hard runner. I love the way number 75 was leading the way there too, John. Mood Jihad. You love it when the O-line guys get to that 2nd level and trying to go after a safety to block. You just love that. And you don't mind blocking for a guy like Shipman, because you know he's going to hit pay dirt.
Hawthorne with another tackle for Osseo. He's been leading tackler for the Orioles this season. 3rd and short here for Champlin Park. 3 to go. 3 backs here. Shipman, he gets the 1st down. Surgers down to inside the 3. It'll be 1st and goal for the Rebels.
Yeah, that was just downhill power football. They had everybody on the left side over there and just straight ahead mano a mano football. Osseo had all their guys up and see who gets the better push.
1st and goal for Champlin Park. Same formation in the backfield here, Joe.
Yep.
See who gets the call. It'll be Shipman again to the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah, sometimes the game can be real simple, John. If it's working, don't outcoach yourself, don't outthink yourself, just go back to it. Good push on that left side. You got Jihad, Riley Ampig over there, Bud Stark over there, doing a nice job up front.
Vogelpohl for the extra point. Up and through. Champlin Park scoring on back-to-back possessions. And now it's a 10-0 lead. And you like the defensive players they bring in there in the backfield in front of Shipman, Evalecha, along with DJ Miles. Nice to have linebackers blocking for you too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A lot of teams would call that their rhino formation, and it's aptly named sometimes. You get a linebacker in there or a D lineman and just paving the way. We'll see if Osseo has an answer now.
They'll get the ball back with a little over 5 minutes to play in the first half. 2 timeouts remaining for the Osseo Orioles.
Be interesting to see, John, if they go back to their ground ball or if they kick it to one of 2 deep men here who are very dangerous return fellows.
First one was on the ground, second one was deep. And they go deep again, fielded at the 5-yard line. This is Hill. Orioles still going and bring it out past the 30-yard line to the 31.
He did a nice job of picking his way, I thought there, John. And gets it out to the 30, but maybe the dreaded block in the back. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there is a flag down. Near side of the field. It is a knee to hold on Osseo. So their first penalty tonight.
Yeah. Champlin's had a couple of holding calls on their offense, right? And it's been a relatively penalty-free game.
Right.
Seemed like the game's moving right along, too, John. We've got 5 minutes left in the half here. Osseo's got plenty of time to get something going.
They'll start this drive, though, after the penalty inside the 20. Inside handoff by Kruger in the middle of that defensive line, starting to shore things up here for Champlin Park.
Yeah, and I think what you're trying to do there is you want to make sure that Champlin, that's a real quick hitter. You want to make sure Champlin is paying attention, and on that one they were. Second and about 8. And we got 3 receivers coming to our side here, John. They're giving the X receiver a lot of room over there.
And the pass goes to Hill, and it's read well by Champlin Park, and he's brought down. Devin Moore on the stop along with Noah Link.
That was a really nice job by Champlin of running to the football on that one.
No gain on the completion. Third and 8.
Because Hill in the open field out in space can be very dangerous.
There's Moore. And Dom Whip also there.
Nice job by Devin Moore. Devin Moore blocked a punt earlier this year as well, John.
They're down throw. Ooh. Ball behind Hill. Almost came up with it.
He did.
Did he make the catch? No.
I don't think so. Good idea, though, in utilizing Hill's length and back shoulder. It did a nice job. Hill did a real nice job of adjusting, and they almost made the connection.
Number 83, Tyson. Into punt for Osseo.
Yeah, just off his hands.
Number 14, Oyaro. Number 18, Hammonds are deep for the Rebels.
Out of their huddle quick this time, Osseo.
High snap, Tyson able to get it. Rush by Avalecha, but Tyson able to kick away. But it's a short kick, and it takes a Champlin Park bounce. And it'll be the Rebels will have it first down and 10 at the 26.
Yeah.
He felt the rush there.
He sure did.
Maybe rushed the kick a little bit, and Champlin Park will take advantage.
Number 7, Evaluka, I think he felt him bearing down on him, and it certainly altered his drop and altered the kick and puts Champlin in great shape at the Osseo 26-yard line. And here they are in their familiar trips formation to our side.
With 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Miller, delayed handoff to Shipman, breaks a tackle and gets inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And a good first down run of close to 8 yards for Shipman.
Osseo made a small adjustment, a little adjustment that time, John. They put the 6th guy in the box, but then Champlin, quarterback, starts out like he's going to sprint out and then hands back on a counter type play, and they got Osseo going the other way. Nice 8-yard gain.
On 2nd and 2, Miller roll out right. Has time lost at the end zone, wide open, a touchdown to Johnson. Nobody near him, and he scores. An 18-yard touchdown pass. And Champlin Park has scored on 3 consecutive possessions.
Yeah, it almost looks like their offensive coordinator is saying, okay, we're going to work our sprint out game here a little bit, because he did the sprint out before and handed back to Shipman on the counter, and this time 3 did maybe a little hesitation, a little stop and go, and wide open.
Vogel pulls extra point, pulls it just inside the right upright and good. And with 2:51 to go before halftime, it's now 17-0. Champlin Park.
Didn't take him long.
No.
Did not take him long at all.
Miller's had time to throw too, and it just throws a nice ball here, and all I had to do is loft it in there to his guy.
Yeah, just pitch and catch, really. Just pitch and catch. I'm sure he's probably been throwing to number 3 the whole summer, and wide open. Sometimes that wide open throw like that can be a little problematic. You hear the term, you can almost be too wide open, but couldn't miss that one.
Rebel fans, let's celebrate another touchdown. Let's get on your feet. Make some noise on this kickoff.
Johnson with the touchdown catch, his second TD catch of the season. Dom Witt leads the team with 3. O'Cansey has 1.
See how Osseo responds to a little bit of adversity here. Hopefully they don't get their daubers down. Still within reach.
Deep kick handled inside the 10. And run out past the 30-yard line to the 31.
Yeah, nice little return. I believe that was Brooks, wasn't it,
yep.
John? Yeah, nice
Brooks.
Nice 21-yard return by Brooks.
Orioles return after their own 31-yard.
Osseo with a couple of timeouts and 2:43. They got plenty of time, John. They can muster some offense here.
Critter looking left, throws that way, gets the completion to the 37, 38. Roman Check with the catch, his first tonight.
Nice pitch and catch on that. Nearly made the first down, but this is the offensive coordinator's dream, second and short. Pretty much the whole playbook's available to you right now, John. I'm going to go trips the other side now. That time Champlin only had 2 defenders for 3 for Osseo. This time they're 3-on-3.
Brooks trying to pop outside. Gets the first down. Nice little step-in move back to his left and inside the 40 of Champlin Park. The flag is down. That may wipe out this nice 21-yard run by Khalid Brooks.
Yeah, the referee threw it, and then do I see a second one out there too, John? I'm not sure.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're correct. It's going to be against Champlin, against Osseo, holding call on the Orioles.
That's a tough one. Brooks did a nice job of bubbling back and setting up his blockers, and then lets his athleticism. Oh yeah.
There's one block right there, hold you right there. You can see. I don't know if there's a second one as well, but one clearly on that. Yes. Yeah. You could see Cam Hammonds came up and said, "Hey, who's holding me?" And sure enough, he was being held.
Practically got tackled.
Yeah. Brings it back to the 33 against a spot foul. It was downfield, so only second down and 8. And they'll get the first down here. Nice little pitch and catch and a ball out to the 47 of Osseo.
Yep. Yeah, using their personnel wisely here. Kind of a quick hot screen.
Stephen Arell with the catch. His first tonight.
Osseo has weapons, no doubt about it. See if they can just sustain a drive here.
Critter's got time here. Lofting it deep. It is caught. Oh, and then dropped by Hill. But both Hill and Brooks were behind the defenders. Hill was the one that had a hand on it. 2 hands, couldn't come down with it, and then came down awkwardly at the end.
I actually thought he was going for the receiver closer to the sideline on this, John, but
he might have been. Yeah. But then all of a sudden Hill's in the area too.
Yeah.
They had it for a couple steps and just couldn't hang on.
Yeah, almost able to execute the home run. You don't like 2 receivers in close vicinity like that, but they almost pulled it off.
Second out and 10, 1:27 to go in the half. Orioles looking for points before halftime. Kruder lofted right side and incomplete. Intended receiver for the Orioles, Alex Tyson. That'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that call. I'm not sure how much he. Here we go. And he definitely had a step or two on him, John. Number 2 got the right arm in there a little bit, but
pretty well defended by Josh Strong. 3rd down.
You got to remember now, you don't need a touchdown here right away. You just want to move the sticks here, move the chains, down in distance, fellas.
Kruder steps up, throws, intended for Hill. We get a flag. It's maybe pass interference on Will Dampier defending on the play.
Yeah,
defensive holding, you're going to call.
Defensive holding, okay.
Defensive holding call on the Rebels.
And first down for Osseo. They like that.
Penalty will leave the Orioles with a
Yep, keep those sticks moving.
the Champlin Park 43-yard line.
Look at the pass again, intended for Michael Henderson, and the flag comes out.
Still in good shape. 2 timeouts, minute and change.
And flags all over here.
Like Champlin is clapping, so we got maybe a lineman that moved early.
Back up the Orioles 5 yards.
On the Orioles,
1st and 15 from the Champlin Park 48, 1:16 to go in the half.
That'll drive the O-line coach a little crazy when they're getting a little rhythm going here.
Orioles 2 timeouts remaining. Give to Brooks, breaks a tackle. Brooks in space, another flag is down. 35 all the way down to the 22. We may have another one coming back.
Brooks on the carry for Osseo.
I like the call.
Penalty marker on the play.
I think Champlin and most people expecting pass, and they cross him up and run, but another holding. All of a sudden, we're getting a little plethora of holding calls here.
Holding penalty called on the Orioles.
Coach Stackhouse would like a number, which is always.
Yeah, I think they were like, who's the hold on?
That's always interesting. Sometimes they'll throw out a number and that person's not even on the field. But
Wipes out a nice play for the Orioles. Osseo not happy about that call, and give in a short run this time for Robinson.
Yep.
For 26, Robinson on the carry. 85. Officials timeout at the field.
I think he's a little shaken up, getting up slow.
Robinson, the injured player.
Almost looks like he's holding his hamstring there a little bit, or maybe it's a cramp, like Allie was talking about earlier. We might have some cramping with the weather being what it is.
Don't forget to vote for the CCX Sports Play of the Week. Each week we choose 4 top plays, and you, our viewers, vote to decide the play of the week. To vote, go to ccxmedia.org, then click Sports and Play of the Week. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A in Maple Grove. Good support from the Osseo side tonight. Great night to come out and watch football. A little warm for the boys out on the field tonight, but a great night to be a fan in the stands, right?
It really is, and we're looking across at the Osseo fan base, and as you said, real nice showing by the Osseo fans this evening. Of course, Champlin, they kind of filled their bleachers up quickly and early.
Second down and 16. After the Robinson run, Kruder under pressure, and down he goes. Ovalecha with the sack. Senior linebacker, one of the captains for this team.
Yeah, it looks like he wanted to go deep there, and then came off of the deep receiver, maybe came underneath, and just one read too many there, John, for the rush. And that'll be it for timeouts, I think, for Osseo. I'm not.
I think Champlin Park took this one.
Oh, okay, all right. It is third and a long way.
Halftime festivities here at Champlin Park for homecoming include the dance team, introduction to the homecoming royalty, and the marching band.
And Champlin will get the second half kickoff too, John, which one of the advantages of deferring, and then if you get the stop, so they're really kind of playing with house money right now. They got a couple timeouts in hand, 42 seconds, and they get a stop here. I would suspect that Osseo would punt unless they make 20 yards or more on this down. Yeah, they got two safeties playing very deep.
Third and very long, big rush. Kruder will throw the little screen pass to Brooks, midfield, 45. Brooks trying to find open space in the middle of the field of the 40-yard line, and down he goes at the 41. Good run by Brooks, picks up about 17 of the yards, but he needed 23, and it'll be fourth down.
Really nice run by Brooks, and he is the screen game, as I said earlier. Not easy to execute. They did a nice job, and Brooks makes it look really good. Like a lot of good backs. I mean, he's got some obviously some stop action going there, but he also runs well with his eyes. You can tell he knows where the defenders are and does a really good job.
Fourth down and 8 from the 41 of Osseo.
I would think they'll go here, John, given the 17-0 score.
Their offense indeed on the field. Kruder with Brooks behind him. The fourth down and 8 from the Champlin Park 41.
Got Roman Check out here in the slot. They've been going to him a little bit.
Kruder backs up now. Back up under center on fourth down and 8 for Osseo. Late here in the second quarter.
It's like they're trying to draw him offside and get an easy 5, but Champlin's having none of it.
Osseo takes the timeout.
Not a bad strategy, but a good job by the Champlin D line to hold their water on that one, John.
Local businesses who help to support our pre- and post-game meals. Rebels, thank you goes out to Ivy Foods, Hub Foods, Broadway Pizza, the 5-8 Grill.
Coming up next week in prep football around the northwest suburbs, our TV game, Brooklyn Center at home against St. Agnes. It's a 4 p.m. game, and you can see it live on CCX. Champlin Park will go to Anoka, the annual Battle for the Paddle. Maple Grove is at Centennial, Armstrong at Iredale, Cooper at Jefferson, Wayzata and Eden Prairie. Wayzata looking to stay unbeaten tonight. They're hosting STMA on homecoming. Look at the rest of the games in a moment. It's a fourth down and 8 here for Osseo.
Osseo decided to punt.
Didn't get the offside draw that they were thinking, and very good strategy here. Now Champlin Park's back at the 10, only 10 and 22 seconds to go, and really not much opportunity probably to drive the length of the field in 22 seconds and one timeout.
I wouldn't think so. They're probably pretty pleased with a 17-0 score, and going to halftime. As I said, they get the second half kickoff anyway, so I'm pretty happy about that. Although they are going in their trips formation again, so we'll see what happens here.
Roll out, delayed handoff to Shipman. 20-yard line, out to the 30. Shipman out to the 40 and out to the 43.
That little sprint draw that they ran previously, John. This time to the right side, and it was money again for them.
Champlin Park will use their timeout. Their last no officials timeout here. Not a team timeout. Look at the rest of the games coming up next week. As you mentioned, these ones we went through. Academy Force is at Breck. Holy Angels at Benilde St. Margaret's. The Red Knights undefeated coming into play tonight. Park Center at Coon Rapids. Totino Grace. We're at Carlton Field at Osseo, and Providence Academy on the road at Stewartville. First down and 10. Champlin Park from their 44.
What you like about that is you're putting it in a sure-handed running back, and he gets you all those yards. Now they're in pretty good shape, John.
They wind the clock again. Miller throwing deep for Witt, just overthrew him.
Yeah, just a little bit far on that. I think maybe Witt had a step there, John.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got time for probably one more play. Just a little bit of a separation. Pretty good defensive coverage there by Jacoby Jackson, but Witt did have a step.
One of the things receivers coach is you want to bring your hands late. As soon as you bring your hands, it slows you down a little bit. Witt maybe brought him in a little bit late on that.
Last play of the half. Miller going deep. Incomplete. Oh, no flag. The Rebels really wanted one. Can't see the intended receiver. Navy defending for Osseo. See a flag.
Looked like Navy got a little hung up with the receiver there, but there's still a tick left.
There's a second left. I didn't think there was that much time left.
I didn't
either. Maybe a little hometown looking at the clock.
Oh, that would never happen.
No, never. So Rebels will get one more shot at it here.
Well, I would think that Jace on the sprint out.
Steps up, now throws short and incomplete, and that will be halftime. Well, a good second quarter for Champlin Park. They get 2 touchdowns and take a 17-0 lead into halftime here against Osseo. 2 touchdowns and a field goal for the Rebels. And their offense just started to click here after that opening drive in the first quarter, Joe, when they had the field goal blocked.
Yeah, they really did, and they started, as we said, they started to show, a little bit of variety in their offense. They were they're sprinting out their quarterback Jace Miller a little bit, drop back, and of course Shipman running that little sprint draw, sprint counter. That was working for them. They really showed some good variety, I thought.
Let's go down to the field. Allie Mosley standing by with Nick Keenan.
Coach, this game was a little bit of a chess match. Then you score back to back to back. What kind of changed and it kind of helped you guys offensively get a rhythm started?
Well, offensively, we drove down the field, and we had to kick that field goal. And in the past, we go for it, but we got a good kicker, so that one, we're on the 4-yard line. That one could have gone either way. Our guys, we have good coaches, they looked at their scheme, they looked what they were running, and we made some adjustments, and it's helped to score in the last couple times.
You're a defensive guy. I see you getting pretty animated out there, really excited about some plays. Some things you might want to change for the second. What do you want to adjust defensively in the second, even though you've posted so far no points for Osseo?
Well, we have a lot of new starters. Even though it's game 4, they're making some mistakes early, and it's taken us one drive to kind of warm up in all our games. We're trying to get over that hump, but we had that big turnover, and since then I think we had 3 and outs and then stopped them at the end there.
What would you say your grade is first half wise for your team so far?
Well, I'd really like to score on that field goal, so I guess I'll give us a B+.
Not bad, Coach. Thanks for your time.
All right, thanks, Sally. Joe, that's pretty good for a coach. Usually not that happy, right? But you're up 17-0. It was a pretty solid quarter, really, the second quarter, especially in offense and defense after Osseo had some success in their opening drive.
Right, exactly. And I think that B+ is he's probably hanging his hat on the fact that they shut out Osseo in the first half. And so, good to go there. And I like, speaking of adjustments, I like what Champlin did. We were talking a little bit about guys in the box, which means between the tackles, and Osseo kind of stayed in that 5-man box, and Champlin said thank you very much, and we'll just keep running the ball between the tackles with Shipman, and really paid dividends.
Before we go to break, I'll give you a little Champlin Park dance team performing at halftime tonight of Homecoming. Take a break. More halftime from Champlin Park in a moment. Our score, Rebels 17, Orioles nothing. Back with more on CCX after this.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill, bring good home.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
At halftime of the Champlin Park Osseo game, this is the homecoming court that's being introduced. The King and Queen candidates and their parents being escorted and brought out onto the field. Always fun for these kids that get a chance to do this, right? And are honored as recognized by their peers.
Absolutely. I know from my coaching days, I know coaches tend to be a little bit wary of homecoming week. There's so many activities, but you know what? On balance, it's so great. Obviously, coaches are going to be biased towards the football program, et cetera, but there's so many great things going on typically at schools during homecoming week.
There's Holly Johnson, who's a defensive back for the Rebels football team. She's a candidate this week and a football player.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
I think always fun for the players or all the athletes and the students, not necessarily always athletes, that are recognized and get a chance to go through all the homecoming festivities all week. I know my stepdaughter was a homecoming queen candidate when she was a senior, and a fun week for the students. Even if the coaches don't like it, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on for the students to keep them, the football players, keep them away from football, but an important part of high school too, obviously.
It really is. It absolutely is. And most of the schools I've been at, if not all of them, usually have the powder puff game during the week, and there's a lot of great activities. A lot of great activities going on where you're involving all the students. Really nice moment for the parents too. They got to be really proud.
Bitterman, the king, Cully Wynn, the queen for Champlin Park for 2019. That's something that people remember that, like at reunions. Hey, you were the homecoming king or queen or whatever, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Congratulations to all these young men and women and their families as we take a look at some scores around the area from tonight, or look at the schedule rather. Standings in the Metro North District coming into play tonight. Centennial, Tina Grace, both 2-1 on the season. Osseo 1-2. Champlin Park coming in with that 2-1 record. Maple Grove looking to get back to 500. Anoka and Blaine both winners in the season. You know, Blaine had a tremendous team last year, but lost a lot of those players to graduation from last year, from the team that got to the semifinals of the Prep Bowl last year, the state playoffs.
Yeah, Blaine's been actually good for the last maybe 2 or 3 years, so maybe off a tick, and they're at Maple Grove tonight, I believe, John.
Upcoming on CCX next week, a busy week of telecasts. Volleyball Tuesday and Thursday. Benilde St. Margaret's will host Mount West Tonka Tuesday night at 7. Lake Conference matchup on Thursday between Hopkins and Wayzata. Those both at 7 o'clock. Football next Friday. Brooklyn Center will host St. Agnes. And then next Saturday afternoon, the 28th, doubleheader soccer from the Northwest Suburban Duchino Grace at Maple Grove. You can see all of those events live on CCX channel 799 and ccxmedia.org. Before we go to break, we're going to catch some of the halftime field show for the 2019 Champlin Park Marching Band. We'll go to break, come back. Second half football coming up. Osseo and Champlin Park. Rebels lead the Orioles 17-0 at halftime. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You will also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. $17-0 Rebels lead the Orioles at halftime. So look at highlights from the first half. Joe, good drives for both teams offensively in the first quarter, but neither team able to come away with any points in the first 12 minutes of play.
Right. Osseo right out of the gate, you know, had a very nice drive going down there, and then Champlin Park's defense kind of bowed their neck and and stopped them. But yeah, it was a scoreless first quarter. Correct, John?
There was the turnover that led to Champlin Park getting the ball for the first time. Completion there to Brock Johnson, one of his 2 catches. And then here's the blocked field goal for Osseo that ended the first drive of the game for Champlin Park. So we were scoreless after 1 quarter. Jace Miller having time, for the most part, having time to throw tonight.
Yeah. And as I said earlier, he's really got some, when he's able to step into it, really got some nice zip. Here's that screen game with the dancing bears that I talked about, which almost broke all the way.
That was Shipman's lone catch of the night, and then Osseo able to get a completion here to Hill. Jake Hill, one of 4 catches for him in the first half.
Yeah, that was a play where Noah Link made him throw it maybe a little early, and they didn't pick up the first down.
Sean Chipman, nice half running the football. 16 carries, 131 yards and a touchdown.
Right. And that's very bad. Champlin's offense, as we said, I think in the pregame, very balanced. Show a lot of balance. As you mentioned, a very tough team to defend.
Touchdown pass there, Miller to Brock Johnson. Or to Dom Wood, rather, for the touchdown. So there is the numbers for the first half. 152 yards rushing for Champlin Park to just 14 for Osseo. Passing yards a little more even, but a big edge to Champlin Park overall in total yards, 243 to 75. 1 turnover for Osseo. Didn't lead to any points for Champlin Park in each team, with some penalties there in the first half. After a fairly clean start, the flag started to come out there in the second quarter. And
near the end of the first half was when the running back Shipman busted off that 45 yarder, which added to that one, or got him to that 152. Otherwise, it's pretty much rushing, passing about the same. But he busted that one loose right near the end of the first half, John.
Now, prior to us getting Joe to commit to do color commentary for tonight's football game, you had another football-related commitment. So you have to leave us here at halftime. Fill us in. You're going to hear you when I leave here tonight. I can hear your golden tones on the radio, right?
Thank you very much. Yeah, I've been asked to do the scoreboard show on KFAN 100.3 FM, and we'll be there. We'll be doing that show from 9 to 10:30 this evening, John.
I'll listen in.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, always great fun, and really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Let's go down alley now, standing by with Brian Stockhouse.
Coach, kind of a slow start offensively for you guys. You guys have been kind of trying to chip away and get those first points on the board. What were you seeing in the first half that wasn't getting you past that end zone?
Well, to be honest, we feel like we're really getting in our own way, and that front four is pretty good. We need to do a better job of staying on the blocks with the front four. But when we were picking up first downs and moving the ball, our defense was off the field, and they were fresh, and we were playing really well defensively. When we started getting 3-and-outs and penalties, our defense was on the field, and we got extremely tired, and they were wearing us down. So really what we were preaching is to get up. Offense has to step up. We've got to put it on our shoulders. We've got to pick up first downs. We need to make sure we cut the penalties out so defense can come out and be fresh and be athletic, which is what we think we can be.
It's tough to let another team score back-to-back-to-back. What did you guys say to the team at half here to kind of, keep the wind in their sails?
Well, we said just that. We said, really, we just need to stay out of our own way. I mean, we've seen some things that we liked. We move the ball straight down the field right away. We turn the ball over. You know what I mean? And when we continue to go 3-and-out, our defense is getting tired. So we talked to our offense about really bearing it, stepping up, not getting off on the double teams too quickly, take care of that front four, letting our backs and some of our athletic receivers really do some work out there. And then defensively, we just need to finish tackles, play like we can play, and just stay out of our own way.
Appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks, Allie. Thanks to both coaches for taking some time with us here at halftime. Our halftime score, Champlin Park 17, Osseo nothing. We're back with the second half kickoff after this.
The black truck. Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know. That's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat. If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat. If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Champlin Park 17, Osseo nothing. We get ready for the start of the second half. Rebels receive the second half kickoff, bouncing off player, then picked up back at the 16. A long lateral run across the field, and really only a couple of yards gained there by Oyara as he ran east to west, and it's first down for Champlin Park at their 16-yard line. So pinned back as deep as they have been tonight to start a drive. Miller 6 out of 14 passing, but boy, his connections have been good. Pass completions all going for at least 6 yards. A 27-yarder, a couple of 18-yarders, including the one to Witts for a touchdown in the second quarter. And they'll start with a ground game. Shipman will gain a couple of yards out to the 18. And 16 carries for him in the first half for 131 yards and a score. Except 2 here.
Second and 8 for the Rebels.
Shipman came into play tonight, 330 yards rushing. He'll be close to 500 on the season after this one's through. This pass incomplete on second down. It'll be third down and 8.
Third down and 8 for the Rebels.
Ty Jabance, the intended receiver. Third and 8 from the 18 on the Rebels' first drive of the second half. Miller sprints out right under a rush and throws low and incomplete. Jetted receiver was Shipman. Michael McIntyre applying the pressure from behind. And a quick 3 and out for Champlin Park on their first drive of the second half.
Number 15, Vogel in the punt for the Rebels. Number 4, Hill is deep for the Orioles.
Vogel is also the place kicker as the punter. It's the first punt tonight that Champlin Park has had. Standing back inside his 5-yard line. A little bit of a rush, but he did get it away. And a good kick. Bounces at the 50. Taken back at the 41. This is Hill across midfield. Down the sideline and all the way down to the Champlin Park 35-yard line. Nice return by Jake Hill.
First out of bounds by the Rebels, number 85, Frederickson.
Look at it again. Boyd's one tackle right at the point of attack as he returned it.
First and 10 for the Orioles. From the Rebels, 34.
He got all the way down to the 34. So a return of 25 yards for Jake Hill. Doubler now in at quarterback. Gives, fakes the handoff. Doubler keeps it himself and inside the 30-yard line down to the 28 and a gain of 6. No link on the tackle, but a good run by Doubler of 6 yards.
Link and Hammonds on the tackle for the Rebels, gain of 5, second and 5 for the Orioles. On the Rebels, 29.
Osseo's first drive of the second half, trying to get points on the board here. Best field position since their opening drive of the game. Brooks on the run here. Scampers outside, gains a couple down to the 26-yard line to bring up third down. About 2 to go. Nearly a face mask, but it was a clean tackle by DJ Miles, number 40. 3rd and 2 from the 26. With the handoff, Hill trying to break a tackle, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and then maybe a yard more, but it'll be short. Moore, first one to make contact. There he is, Devin Moore, number 5. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Moore on the tackle for the Rebels. It's 4th and short for the Orioles.
Just inside the left hash on 4th down and short. Two backs behind Kruger. Kruger will pitch it. This is Brooks. Has a first down. Breaks through the tackle of Link and gets the first down. Pick up of 3.
Brooks, the ball carrier, tripped up by the Rebels, number 45, Link. Brooks takes it down to the Rebels. 22-yard line, 1st and 10, Osseo.
First down and 10 from the 22 of Champlin Park. We're looking back to the sideline to his receivers to the right and gets the snap and throws to his right. Hill can be caught and thrown down for a big loss. Devin Moore, defensive back, and a big loss on that first down play. Go back to the field as you look at it again. And here's Allie.
That last play before this last one, you brought up Noah Link. You know, oftentimes we watch these guys play football and we just think about the sport itself, but these guys are students first. And Coach Keenan was telling me that Noah is incredible in the classroom. He scored a 34 on his ACT. Coach said that he was missing summer practices last year, but it was because he was studying. And Coach said this wasn't him just actually hanging out with his friends. He was actually studying, and a 34 on an ACT, I would say he studied quite a bit.
No doubt. Thanks, Allie. That'll open a lot of doors academically for that young man. Enjoying his senior year of football as well, I'm sure. Trying to get his team to a 3rd win this season. A 3rd down and 17 coming now for Osseo. After that long incompletion on 2nd down. It'll go back to the air again. He's under a rush, steps inside. Now he's going to try to run the ball to the 30 and gets down to about the 27-yard line. Knudsen in on the stop along with Obi Evalecha. And 4th down coming for Osseo. They didn't get much there, only about a yard or so, maybe 2. 4th down and 15. Doubler will come in at quarterback here on 4th and 15 from the Champlin Park 27. Doubler steps up, now steps into his throw and incomplete. Tyson, the intended receiver, down inside the 10, but couldn't haul it in. And Osseo turns it over on down. Steps into his throw, the lefty, just off the hands of Alex Tyson, incomplete.
It's 1st and 10 for the Rebels from their own 27. And to the Twins, inch closer.
So the Rebels will get the ball back, 1st and 10 from their 27-yard line. Hand to Shipman. Nice hole up the middle. Shipman still on his feet across the 40 to midfield. Shipman to the 40 of Osseo and finally dragged down at the 38. Gain of 36 yards for Shipman, and look at it again. Great hard running, breaks some tackles. And Shipman now closing in on 170 yards rushing tonight. The 38, they'll pitch it to Shipman. Right side. Oh, the ball's loose. Knocked loose, and Osseo recovers. Popped loose by Stephen Arell. And the fumble recovery by Michael McIntyre. First turnover of the night for us, for Champlin Park. Osseo trying to take advantage here. Look at the ball back and have it 1st down and 10. Back at their 37-yard line. Three receivers to the right. Kruger will pitch it back to Hill. Hill looking downfield, the throw, and does. And it is caught down at the 41-yard line by Arell. Or are they going to say he's out of bounds? Arell thought he had a foot in bounds. Ryan Stockhouse was like, yeah, man, my guy was there. He had it. And they rule it incomplete. Take a look at it again. Hill pulling up. It's the throw downfield. Oh. Looked like he had it, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. One more look at it. And Hill able to get it to his man. Hard to tell from there on that angle where the sideline exactly is. But ruling in the field is incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Back at the 37. Here in the midway point of the second half. And off to Brooks. Oh, and he's hit. Driven back. Ovalecha in on the stop. Look at that play before again. Brooks trying to go to Arrell. Got the ball. Looks like he dragged that, maybe both feet, but certainly the left foot looked like it was in. Third down for Osseo. No gain on that second down run for Brooks. Doubler fires over the middle behind his intended receiver Hill and incomplete. So Osseo can't take advantage of the turnover. They go 3 and out. Rebels fans happy about that. Osseo will be forced in to another punt. There's a flag down. It's holding against Osseo, which will be declined. Tyson in for his 5th punt of the night. High kick, and will take a couple of Osseo bounces inside the 40 and down at the 39. All scoring in this game came in the second quarter. Vogelpohl, the senior kicker, opening it up with a 21-yard field goal to make it 3-0. Next possession for Champlin Park, capped off by a Sean Shipman 3-yard run. Came with 5:20 left in the quarter, and then with 2:51 left, the 18-yard pass, Jace Miller. Down Wood for the touchdown. Johnson gets the call, the ball carrier for the first time tonight. And gains a couple, 2nd down and 8. Miller to throw on 2nd down the sideline. Not much opportunity there. Tight to the sideline with the intended receiver, but good coverage downfield. And it's 3rd down. Teal Navy on the coverage. Third and 8 Rebels. Throw is high and incomplete. Instead of receiving Oyara. And Champlin Park give it right back. Not much rhythm to the offenses so far here in the second half on either side. Vogelpohl with the second punt now of the quarter. Gets the kick away. Driving Hill back over his head and into the end zone. That's a 59-yard punt with no return. Osseo will take it 1st and 10 from their 20. strong leg, certainly benefited tonight with the wind behind his back there on that kick. Got a field goal and 2 extra points tonight. First and 10. Orioles from their 20. Doubler the quarterback on this series. 3 receivers. To his right, he'll keep the ball. Doubler bounces outside, 25-yard line, hit hard there and dropped. Avalacha with the tackle. Doubler picks up 4. Clock running, under 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Quarterback at QB on 2nd down and 5. Pulls the handoff off and then dropping Brooks for a loss. Avalacha, after making the tackle on 1st down, this time gets a tackle for a loss here on 2nd. Loss of 4. Look at it again. Not much chance there for Khalid Brooks. Albie Avalacha, leading tackler for Champlin Park coming into the night. So a solid game again. Linebacker for the Rebels. 3rd down and 9. Pitch goes to Brooks. Gonna pick up some blocks downfield. Gains 6 yards. He's still a good 3 yards short of the 1st down. Maybe closer to 2, but it still looks like, even though they're down 17-0, they're down inside the 30. They're going to punt it away here. High kick. It's a good bounce. A 33-yard punt that'll be down. And Champlin Park will take it over inside their own 40 with 2:07 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Osseo opening the season with losses against Cretin-Derham Hall and Farmington, and that win against Anoka that we talked about earlier. Next week, hosting Tutino Grace. That's Maple Grove on October 4th, in a game you'll see live on CCX. Blaine and Centennial closing out the regular season. Miller handoff to Shipman on 1st down, and Sean Shipman gets a strong 7 yards. $178 yards on 20 carries for Shipman tonight. Touchdown and a fumble. Osseo defense, Coach Stockhouse talked at halftime about his defense just kind of getting worn down a little bit, being on the field a lot. Hoping to keep them more fresh here in the 2nd half, and a good 2nd down tackle. Going to bring up 3rd down for Champlin Park on a tackle by Cody Sisaket. And Osseo jumps offside. Offside on Osseo. First down for Champlin Park. If they're able to get be a penalty in this game, if they get it out to midfield. Miller trying to step away from the rush, but can't. Down he goes. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Well defensed by Osseo. Now it's Johnson among those in on the stop, number 22. It will be a tackle for loss, a loss of 1. Hand off to Shipman. And a good wrap up. Sisaket on the stop of Shipman. It'll be 3rd and long for Champlin Park. Gain of just 2. Sisaket was ready for it. And now Champlin Park. 3rd and long as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. No scoring there in the 3rd, and as we go to the 4th, our score remains Champlin Park 17, Osseo nothing. More football on CCX after this.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Breezy but warm night for football here. Champlin Park and Osseo getting ready for the start of the 4th quarter. All the scoring coming in the 2nd quarter as Miller on 3rd down and 9, scrambling. Now will toss the ball to Shipman, a completion down inside the 40. He really took a pop at the end, but hangs on, and it's a 1st down for Champlin Park. His 2nd catch tonight. First down for Champlin Park, their 13th of the game. First and 10 from the Osseo 38. And off to Shipman. And he does not get anything there. Hit at the line of scrimmage immediately by Connor Wayne and driven back. No gain. Wayne, one of the captains for this Osseo team. Loss of 1 at 2nd down and 11. Miller, rush, throws, and incomplete. Tight sideline, trying to thread it down to Shipman there. Zai Tussler defensively on the coverage. 3rd and 11. Timeout on the field here for Champlin Park. Don't forget to vote for the CCX Sports Play of the Week. Each week we choose 4 top plays, and you get to vote on which is the play of the week. To vote, go to ccxmedia.org, click the sports, and then Play of the Week, brought to you by Chick-fil-A in Maple Grove. Timeout on the field. 2 timeouts remaining for the Rebels here in the 2nd half. really strong second quarter for Champlin Park offensively, but have struggled here in the second half to get a rhythm going and not been able to put up any points. Miller stepping up, throws, and it is caught. Diving for the end zone, it's a touchdown. Kemar Graham with the touchdown catch. 38 yards and a score. His first catch tonight. Graham getting in for the touchdown. Mark Graham very happy at Vogelpohl adding the extra point to make it 24-0 Champlin Park. Look at it again. Miller puts it right on the money. Graham a little bit beyond the defender, makes the catch. And then he just works to get to the end zone. And is in for 6 points. Graham, his second catch of the season, his first touchdown. And it is 24-0 Champlin Park. Kick is away, bounces, taken back at the 9. Mrs. Brooks, a flag is down. Another flag brought out to the 35, but I'm guessing this is coming back. Or a good portion of it on the play where you usually see a holding call where that flag came in. So then he will be the case, and Osseo will be backed up inside their 20 to start this drive. We're into the fourth quarter. Orioles with some penalties that have hurt them tonight. The drive slowed down in the first half with a holding penalty called on a long pass. And this one on the kick return backs them up to the 11-yard line. Cruder up under center, fakes the handoff, throws to his right and throws high, and it's intercepted almost by Okansi. Pass intended for Rell. That's second down. Look at it again. All off the hands of the receiver and just off the hands of Okansi, the defensive back. Second and 10. Hammond's a little bit shaken up, will come out. Second down and 10 for the Rebels from their 11-yard line. You can see the time left, 10:41 to go. And a run out to the 17-yard line. Doubler on the carry. Picks up 6, close to 7. Bring up 3rd down and about 3 to go.
Third down and a long 2.
3rd down and 3 to go for Osseo. Doubler, the throw, lofting it downfield, and it is caught somehow between the 2 defensive backs and hauled in for a catch by Henderson. Out to midfield, a gain of 32 yards. Like this was going to be knocked down or perhaps even intercepted, and somehow Henderson is able to get between Strong and Miles and make the catch. Nice job. Also getting the 1st down right at midfield. And off to Hill. And he maybe gets a yard before he's dropped. Anakin Yang and Noah Link on the stop. Let's go back down to the field and Allie.
You know, a couple plays ago, we watched Cam Hammond come off the field, look a little dinged up. You know, Coach Keenan was telling me that if Jace got hurt, that Cam would be the quarterback to come in. Now, here's the stark contrast. Cam is 5'4", a buck about maybe 50, 60. And then you got Jace Miller, 6'4", 214. He said they are completely different offenses that we run with the 2 of them. Whenever Jace is in, we're going to sling the ball. When we have to utilize Cam, that guy's running through the holes down the center because you can be pretty sneaky when you're only 5'4" at QB.
We'll see if he gets some time here. Thanks, Allie, in the 4th quarter. If this lead continues to hold and they put in some other players on the offense with a 24-point lead. Osseo trying to slice into that. 8.5 minutes to go. They have a 3rd down and 11 back on their side of the 50. Doubler airs it out right side, hangs in the air and incomplete. Tyson, the intended receiver. 4th down now for the Orioles. Tyson will punt here on 4th down. The ball at the Osseo 49. Yeah, it's fair caught back at the 20-yard line. A kick of 31 by Hammonds. I mentioned Osseo's upcoming game for Champlin Park after tonight. They go to Anoka next Friday. Then at Rosemont, October 4th. Their final home game is here October 11th against Totino Grace, and they finish October 16th, a Wednesday night at Maple Grove. Game you'll be able to see live here on CCX. First down run for the Rebels to start this series. They're just going to keep it on the ground, I'm sure, as much as they can, as Hammonds gets his 2nd carry of the 2nd half. Evan Hammonds. Gain of 5 for him on 1st down. Miller is still in at quarterback, gives to Hammonds again. And then Osseo stops him for no gain. But the clock continues to move, and for Champlin Park, it's an important thing. We'll take more clock off. But Stark, one of the offensive linemen, has done a good job tonight. Now it's Hammonds holding its left leg. Hope it's nothing serious. Maybe it's a cramp, but hard to know for sure. They'll get looked at down on the field there. Down the road for Osseo, as we mentioned, they've got Totino Grace next week at Maple Grove, on TV in 2 weeks at Blaine on the 11th. Or excuse me, hosting Blaine on the 11th. Hammonds gets up. As I mentioned, here's the next 3 games for Champlin Park at Anoka, Rosemont, and then Totino Grace on the 11th. Third down and 6 to go for the Rebels. Shipman was back in at running back. Miller to throw and gets the completion outside 30 to the 35-yard line. It's Witt with the catch. First down for Champlin Park. I think there they just wanted to find a safe play. They could try to get a first down and keep this drive going. Officials take time out here. On first down, as Hammonds was out over a play, Evan Hammonds back in and gains 7 yards before Arell tackles him. Now he was talking about Cam Hammonds. This is brother Evan, number 6, who's had 4 carries here in the second half. Second down and a short 3 to go. Just over 6 minutes to go. Hand off to Hammonds, who get a first down into Osseo territory. A nice run down inside the 40 of Osseo to the 39. Nice 16-yard run here for Hammonds. First and 10. Champlin Park at the Osseo 40. The handoff, and Hammonds gets a nice hole again and picks up 6, close to 7 yards. Again, that line continuing to open holes for the running backs. Hammonds last 3 carries, 7, 16, and 7. Little pitch goes out to Johnson on the reverse. He'll have a first down, and down he goes at the 25. Gain of 8 and a first down. Brock Johnson's second run tonight. .25 and running to go here in the second half. Enough, and it's Hammonds. Another 7+ yards, close to 8. Hammonds running hard here, and duty here in the fourth quarter at running back. I think there's more of the offense that Rebels would have liked to have seen in the third quarter. It was kind of disjointed offensively as far as running and passing, and obviously more running in this drive than to run down the clock in the game. But good solid blocking up front, opening up holes for Evan Hammonds. A delay of game here on Champlin Park. Second down and 8 for the Rebels. He'll hand off. Here's Hammonds again. Inside the 20. They'll be shy of a first down by about 3 yards. They got the penalty yardage back, and that's about it. But now under 4 minutes to play. So good drive here for Champlin Park. They face a third down and 4. Continue to look to the sideline. Miller will to run as much time off the play clock as possible before he snaps it. Pitch goes out to Hammonds. Hammonds to the 15, and he flips to the 14. And he'll have a first down. Saw him come up limping on that last play, but he's running hard again. Still favoring the leg a little bit, but good hard run by Hammonds. I like the play of this young man tonight here in the fourth quarter. You know, Osseo knowing pretty much that Champlin Park's going to run the ball, and Hammonds and that line continuing to do their job respectively to keep this drive moving downfield. From the 15 now of Osseo. Miller up under center. He'll dive forward for close to 4. Just his 6th run of the day for 24 yards. Thrown the ball 22 times, a couple of touchdown passes. And now he will come out, a nice hand, and now we'll see Cam Hammonds in at quarterback number 18. Good work by Chase Miller and this Rebel offense. 2 minutes plus and running here in the fourth quarter. And the Rebels will take time out. I assume this is probably to get some different personnel in on offensive line and perhaps in the backfield as well. You know, Champlin Park will bounce back from that loss last week against Centennial and go to 3-1. Osseo dropping to 1-3. Meyer Schmitz, number 16, now in at QB for Champlin Park. Oh, and fumble. Schmitz picks it up, and he'll drop for a loss. Now it's Johnson on the tackle for loss, back at the 16-yard line. Third and long now for Champlin Park after the loss. Schmitz takes the snap. He rolls out left. And down he'll go. Short gain. Jack Johnson, number 10, on the tackle. That'll be fourth down. No gain for the Rebels. Fans can enjoy a homecoming win tonight against Osseo. Clock inside a minute. Good drive here for Champlin Park. It may not end up with any points, but they end up taking up the last 6.5 minutes of the quarter. They'll take the timeout right before the delay of game would have been called. The fourth down call in here with 40 seconds to play. Bring in Noah Vogelpohl for his third field goal attempt. First one blocked, second one a make. High snap here. Vogelpohl pick it up, and down he goes. And Osseo will take it over. 35 seconds to go. Couple plays left for Osseo. Double handoff on first down. Rick Grant, number 20, on the carry. Osseo will take a timeout. They get these players another play, or perhaps two from scrimmage. John Shipman, a good night running the football for Champlin Park. The Rebels very close to being 4-0. They mentioned in our pregame, really outgained Centennial by quite a bit last week, but turned the ball over 3 times. Went for 2 at the end of the game. It didn't quite make it, and Centennial ended up winning 21-20. Well, this is a good football team. It's got more wins ahead this season. 2nd and 8. Doubler wanting to throw over the middle and does. It's incomplete. Moment check the intended receiver. Throw again, and it is Osseo with the interception. Nearly had one early in the half, and this time Edmond pulls it in for the pick. Look at it again. Osseo waiting back there and gets his hands under it and makes the catch. So the interception, first pick by Osseo tonight. Edmond Osseo. And the Rebels will have a kneel down, and we will be done. Miller back in just for that. And Champlin Park goes to 3-1 with a 24-0 shutout of Osseo. No scoring in the first quarter. Field goal and 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. No scoring in the third. And then the long touchdown pass to Graham early in the fourth to make the final 24-0. So impressive offensive performance much of the night for Champlin Park, but obviously defensively as well. Osseo moved the ball well in their opening series of the game, and that was probably their best sustained offensive output all night. After that, Champlin Park just kind of buttoned things down and didn't allow the Orioles much of a chance to do anything in this one. Orioles try to regroup and look forward to better things next week at home against Tutino Grace. Allie Mosley is down on the field, and she has Sean Shipman with her.
Yeah, guys, and this guy earned it here today. A long time ago, back to the first quarter, you guys were struggling offensively. Second quarter took you a little bit. Then you get 3 scores consecutively. What kind of changed offensively that helped you guys to start propelling this offense?
We really just came and played our hearts out. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life, just to do my best and shine out here. I just have to thank my O-line and my coaches.
I'm glad you brought up your O-line, because before the game I was talking to Coach Keenan. I said, what has surprised you pleasantly so far this season? He said, my offensive line, and they've really opened things up for you tonight. Almost 200 yards. What were they doing that allowed you to be so effective?
Just getting their blocks, to be honest. And I'm just doing what I'm taught to do.
Doing what you're taught to do, having fun out there tonight. You guys defensively posted a shutout. Talk about your defense and the efforts that they put in tonight.
They did very well. They stopped all their, not all their runs, but they really shut them out. You see, it's 24-0, and that's how we play.
You guys were humbled a little bit last week. You take a 1-point loss, your first and only loss of the season. What does a win like this, a shutout, winning 24-0, say about you guys bouncing back?
It shows that we really are, I don't know, confident, but we really just came out to play our best game because that was a setback, and we're just trying to come back from that.
I think it'll be really fun to watch you the rest of the season. Way to have those guns blazing out there tonight.
Thank you.
All right, John.
All right, thanks very much, Allie, to Sean, and all the Rebels tonight enjoying this homecoming win. Their fans out on the field celebrating with them as well. That'll do it for our coverage tonight. For all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Final score again from Champlin Park. The Rebels shutting out Osseo 24-0.